Hi, my name is Jasmine,
And my name is Damaris.
and today we're going to be talking about the film The Shining, directed by Stanley Kubrick.
So, in this first slide, I will be giving a photo showcase of some iconic scenes that the movie has. The first picture that we have on our left is going to be of Jack. Um, this scene is where Jack is at his all-time crazy, insane. Um, in this specific scene, he is taunting his wife while she's hiding in the bathroom from him. The second picture is a picture of the twins. I think that they're a very iconic characters of this film. I feel like every Halloween we see new people dressing up as the Shining twins, so I felt like I had to incorporate them too. And the last picture that we have on our right is going to be um, of Danny on his tricycle, and he is riding around the overlook.
In this PowerPoint, we will be covering six key topics from the film. For one, the characters, two, the themes, three, cinematography, four, editing, and then sound and music and art and design.
So first we will be discussing the characters. The main characters of this film are going to be Jack, Danny, and Wendy. They're a small family. Jack is the father and husband, and he represents the potential evil within everyone. He also represents the potential outcomes of drug abuse and extreme mental illness. Um, Danny, the son of Wendy and Jack, he is the innocent of the film, and he provides insight and portrays hope to the entire film. Wendy is the mother and wife and woman in distress of the film, which can be viewed as which could be viewed in a sexist way because Jack uses her as a punching bag, and her character serves no other purpose besides that being his his punching bag. Um, the twins, they symbolize the evil within the Overlook and all of the history that it has. The bartender portrays a huge impact to Jack's character development. We see him have very interesting conversations with him, and they that's where we start to see Jack's um, alcoholism. And Dick, he is used to reveal to Danny what his powers are and just kind of a guidance for Danny. And his role is to guide Danny through the Overlook and every on all of the evil within it.
Themes. So, isolation and insanity was one of the first themes that we noticed when watching the film. This is because it takes place in the middle of nowhere. There's no phone service, which leaves the characters pretty isolated from reality. And for two, Jack shows his struggle with alcoholism and abuse prior to taking a job at the Overlook. The more time he spends in the hotel, the sense of evil roaming around him begins to manipulate the addiction that he has. And for three, as far as the family goes, the dynamic of the family is considered another theme in the film, given that jealousy, insanity, abuse, and addiction can really tear a family apart. And lastly, precognition, second sight, and the shining. Through Denny's abilities to second sight, it symbolizes that ordinary people have powers in the form of intuition and empathy.
Cinematography. In the film, there's a usage of mirrors And it is used to mess with audiences' sense of reality, and make you question what is real and what is not. Um, the iconic opening scene is used in a way that it feels like we are watching over them, in a predatory way. We follow them up the mountain, and it's just kind of this weird stalker type of feeling that the audience is receiving. And the same goes along for when Danny is riding around on his bicycle. We're kind of behind him very closely, gliding along with him. And it just portrays this like ghostly feeling, um, very creepy, very eerie. Um, Usage of cinematography was used to develop this film.
Editing. When we look at the style of editing in The Shining, you can catch slow camera cuts, which create an unsettling feeling to the audience. And the sudden shifts in the scenes make the Overlook Hotel like a maze where past and present blur. Also, dissolve slash the fading technique used to connect two different shots in the mind of the viewer as well. And here's an example of what that could look like.
How do you like it? Sound and music. So for sound and music, there is a lot of stuff we can discuss, but I will be cutting it a little bit shorter. So for sound, we use the I'm going to be talking about the echoes of Danny's tricycle on the hardwood floors and carpets. This specific part, it just displays emotions and just kind of fully enhance what's going on in everything. And the same goes for music. Having that slow, eerie music ramps up tension, to get the audience feeling very in stress, very anxious, and just creates a better ending or better film. And here is an example of that. So as we can see, the film uses sound and music, to really display emotions and just create an overall more creepy sense to the clip that they're using and enhancing those things in.
Before we wrap up this presentation, let's talk about art and design. The film was based in the 70s, meaning that Stanley Kubrick's intention when creating the story is supposed to make you feel like, or feel slash look like you are on vacation in the Rocky Mountains. And also, the identical twins provide a doppelganger effect that is significantly more scary, like their matching dresses, holding hands, or the way they even chant. And finally, Jack Torrance is shown as a nurturing father figure, but as the plot progresses, we see his true colors, and it's shown in his clothing, such as his professional clothes to him being covered in snow.
Thank
Thank
you for listening. And these are our resources.